Great, okay.
All right, we're gonna take this bowl.
Okay.
We're gonna mix the dry ingredients together, which is some flour.
Okay.
And I've measured all this out.
All right, how much are we talking here, flour?
I can't remember.
Well, good. So at home,
Fortunately, the
about
recipe's
this
on the
much
website.
is what we're looking at. Dump the whole thing in?
Dump the whole thing.
All right, dump the whole thing in. You know, cooking in the South is not really a science. It's just whatever you want to stick in there. Usually is how it works
Exactly.
out. Okay, what about this?
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar? Whole thing?
Whole thing.
About this much.
That's a pound, I know that one.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so we got a pound of flour, pound of sugar.
Couple cups of oats.
Now, whole grain?
Just rolled oats, yep.
These aren't the 1 minute ones, are they?
No.
Okay.
And then we've got some fresh cinnamon, just a little bit of that.
Now a little bit, just kind of a pinch there to give it some kick. All right.
And of course a pinch of salt again. And then we would mix that up.
Okay.
With those rubber spatulas.
All right.
And if you're feeling good, you can use your hands.
Now,
how
did you end up at Fontanel?
I was looking for a place of employment.
Well, that's good.
And I was familiar with the Tomcats company, which is kind of the umbrella company for not just the farmhouse, but Sapphire and Loveless Cafe.
Right.
And they were looking for an executive chef to help them, particularly, get the kitchen up and running, but someone who already had established relationships with a lot of the farmers here in Tennessee. Yeah. And I've been here for about
I started to say, are you from this area?
I've been here 9 years. I worked at Sunset Grill for about 8 years.
Okay, good.
And during that time, I built some really solid relationships with local farmers.
Very good. Well, awesome. I can't wait to come see you at the Farmhouse Restaurant at Fontanel Mansion. Okay. Good. So now we got a pretty good mix on here.
Once that's mixed up, you'd add your butter to it in a food processor.
In a food processor?
Yep, just kind of a chop.
How much butter would you add?
Whatever the recipe says.
I got you. Whatever the recipe says. Check the recipe online. Okay.
But we're just going to bypass that.
So you'd add the butter to this in a food processor. You would mix it up.
And you end up with a product that looks like this. Just kind of a rough, crisp crust. You know, the butter and the flour and the sugar is all just going to cook together. Okay. And you're just going to sprinkle that right on top.
Right on top.
Yep.
Again, remind the folks what exactly we're making here.
Blueberry-Rhubarb crisp.
This seems really easy. I mean, this is something I think even I could tackle at home, and I wouldn't be intimidated.
Crisps are all, family, grandma recipes. Crisps, crumbles, grunts.
Right.
All those kind of things. Throw the stuff in a casserole dish, top it with something and bake it.
And so that's what you're looking at. It looks good right now.
Yep. You're just going to throw that in the oven.
Okay. We got the oven preheated at?
I believe we cooked it at about 425 degrees. Okay. And it's going to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes, just until all that fruit kind of starts to bubble. The blueberries will kind of explode, and and then it'll create its own sauce. The crisp will brown. Right.
While that's cooking, what should we be doing here? Because it looks like we got more work to do.
Yep, we're just going to kind of show the process of what we're going to do to make the ice cream.
All right. Fire up the grill here.
Fire up the grill. And basically you've got some half and half. Okay. And you just pour that in there.
All right. How much half and half do we know?
I believe that's 3 cups.
Okay.
Like I said, the recipe on your site's a little more specific as well. Sugar. There's about 2 cups.
2 cups of sugar. I'm assuming we just kind of stir this together?
Yep. And typically what you would do is you would take your 3 eggs, crack them, and then throw them in a bowl.
All right.
Oops, like this.
Okay.
3rd egg is right there.
All right.
And then once that cream was to get hot, you would slowly pour just a little bit of the cream into this whisked egg mixture. Okay. And then you'd pour that back into the cream and let it cook on a low heat until it's lightly thickened up to create kind of a little bit of custard.
How long does that normally take?
Takes, depending on the amount you're making. Sure. I make a big giant amount at the restaurant. Sure. Probably take about 5 minutes.
Okay, so it's not very long at all.
Something you can't walk away from, though, or your eggs will scramble.
I got you.
And you'll have scrambled egg ice cream.
And so it's going to be a nice little topping for the crisp.
Yep.
Okay.
And once that cream was heated, then you'd take your cream cheese and just kind of melt that into the mixture. Okay. Pour the mixture into a standard ice cream maker, 1-quart ice cream maker, $30, $40 ice cream maker you get at the store. Right. Let the custard cool before you do that. Okay. And then eat it. Freeze it and eat it.
That is definitely something that I can check out. And so you have that made. How long about does it take to make this?
The ice cream?
5 minutes or so with the ice cream maker and everything?
You pre-make the ice cream, and then, like I said, the crust, all this stuff you gather together, doesn't take a lot of time. It's probably about 30 minutes to make the whole thing.
Okay, very good.
So.
And so I know we got a sample in the oven that we can maybe take a bite of.
Yep. I got one little individual one like we serve them at the restaurant.
My favorite part. Okay. And so if you went to the farmhouse restaurant, Fontanel Mansion and Farms, this is what it would look like.
Yep, that's the crisp. Don't touch it, it's hot.
Wow. You can't tell a guy to put that in front of me and not touch it. Are you kidding me? I'm looking for a fork here. I don't see anything. I'm about to eat it with this.
And all the fruit and everything in it is really interchangeable. When peaches come into season here in the next few weeks, month.
And then this is the finished product.
This is the finished product. It's really rich.
Okay.
I like to serve it with carrot cake as well, instead of frosting the carrot cake.
Sure. Could I ask you to pass me? Yeah.
A fork.
That. And so again, Fontanel Mansion, the farmhouse restaurant. They come see
in White Creek,
Chef
Tennessee.
Dustin Pritchett. All right. I'm going to try some of this. You want to get in here with me?
Yes.
It doesn't mean we're going steady if we eat out
I'm
of the
going to
same
wait, though.
thing.
You might make a mess. I don't want you to get anything on me.
Well, I want to make sure I get a little of everything. This is the green Galley. We always cook green. Because it tastes better. We'll see you guys again real soon. For Live Green, Tennessee, Chef Dustin, I'm Gator. This is a green Galley. We got business to do here. Wow,
Enjoy.
this is wonderful.
Thank you.
Excellent.